There have been times where I was thinking I was recording and I was doing everything and it was like, LOL, no, you're not recording. So I always have to check now. I apologize for the poor lighting. I've only got the light over my bed turned on, so I'm probably pretty orange right now. So hey, anyways, how are you guys? I'm doing alright. I had a kind of a rough night, just mainly because like there's some stuff that that I basically had in my life, my entire life, but really like only in these past couple of years, like 1 to 2 years, have I really started questioning things and trying to understand things and going, I don't think I understand that as well as what I think I do. Or, I've never questioned it at all before, and I'm like, wow, I don't think I understand that. So, like, I've been taking the courage to just let people know that I don't understand and have them explain to me the best way they can. And that in turn, of course, unleashes a chain of events that end up being really helpful to me. I don't know if this will make me lose subscribers or not, but like, I'm not really gonna sugarcoat it. I'm a Christian. I'm not a Bible thumper. I believe that everybody's entitled to their own opinions and beliefs, and you know, who knows what's really out there. This is just what I believe and what I'm going to stick by. But it's just always interesting to me how God sometimes can work in ways that a normal person would go, that doesn't seem like a God thing. Tonight he worked through me through Mean Bean Machine. It's an old video game, an old Sega game, but they remade it for the PS2. So I play it on my emulator because now my TV's all the way over there. So I'd have to go all the way over there to put it into the PlayStation. Laziness at its finest. So I've been playing it for a while. In fact, it'll be one of the next gameplay things I put up as soon as I, edit it. Because it takes me forever to edit anything anymore. But I noticed that whenever I start to panic with my playstyle, I start making a lot of mistakes, and then when I start getting to the top, I'm like, oh, this is my only option of where to plug in this particular color. Like, I just focus on the narrow-mindedness, and then God taught me, that I'm basically doing what I've been doing for my whole life to myself. I focus on this one little thing, and I just shut off every possibility around me. Like, there are so many ways that I could work for him, so many ways I could inspire people, so many talents I actually do have, but I'm focused on this one little thing at a time, and I'm just shutting myself down. Now, that can work on an opposite effect, too, to where you're trying to do so many things at once that you're burnt out, but you just really have to learn to get a good balance on that. Like, you have to remember that you have many gifts. You may not always know what they are, but I'm sure you know what at least one of them is, and you should be thankful for those gifts that you have. Like for me, I'm pretty good at drawing. I'm not the best in the world, but there's definitely a gift there. And another gift is this guy. This guy is like my therapy cat. He's a blessing that I'm so thankful to have in my life. And he makes me happy every single day, even when he vomits on my floor. And, one thing that I've developed over the years that I consider a gift is being able to talk so openly to this camera. Like, when I first started, it was city. I couldn't figure out how in the world somebody talked past 2 minutes. Now, I could go for like 10, 15 minutes, and I don't even notice. I was just so nervous and stuff all the time. Plus, there are other gifts. The gifts I have for design, making really interesting, like, layouts and stuff like that. And I'm learning that I'm not so bad at editing either. And there's certain games I'm really good at, and apparently I'm really good at encouraging and inspiring people, or at least certain people. So, like, everybody has their own gifts. They might be things that you can see every day, they might not be. Like, some people have a amazing gift of beauty. Like, you look at them and you're like, whoa, you know? And I know that beauty is subjective, but, you know, you kind of know what I mean, right? I realize that whenever I'm into something, I just narrowly focus on that thing instead of trying to really expand all the gifts that I do have. And I just think that that's something that everybody should learn to do, is to expand all their gifts, not narrowly focus on one thing. Because then that cuts off so many possibilities for you. That shuts so many doors. But for me, as a person who clings to God, I believe that even when you're sitting there focusing only on one thing, He can also open up your mind to help you stop being so narrow, and He'll open up doors for you that you thought were previously closed. Even things that you thought were previously closed for a long time. Like, it's an inspiration to me than to know that there's somebody who's working on my side, even though I'm absolutely derpy and don't always get things. I know that a lot of people, especially in the nerd community, maybe that's just a stereotype, but a lot of people view God in a very negative way, and I'm very sorry that people in your life or situations in your life have made you feel that way. I'm really sorry. You know, and I'm not going to blame you, because there was a lot of times I felt like giving up too, and there's a lot of times that I felt like blaming everyone. I know there's times I blame God. I don't blame God a whole lot because I'm real down on myself, so I like to blame me for a lot of things. But I understand, you know. It's just because a lot of people don't view Him, I don't want to say properly, just in the light that I view Him in. I view Him as somebody who is love, absolutely, is what love should be. And that can inspire me to love others, even when others are mad at me, when they hate me. There's times I've lost my temper and said some awful things to people, but lately He's getting me to stop for a second and just think. I guess I've just seen Him work so much that I don't feel like He's a terrible part of my life. I'm not here to thump the Bible. I'm not here to tell you what you should and shouldn't feel, but if you're ever curious about how I view things and how I view God, and maybe want to learn about God the way I see Him, then I'm happy to talk with you about it. But I'm also not going to deal with the people who are like outwardly mean to me, who, you know, tell me that I'm horrible or a Bible thumper or that my God doesn't exist, you know. I'm not going to yell back at you guys. I'm not going to get upset. I'm just going to kind of ignore it because I don't want to spread hatred, but I also don't want to deal with that pain either, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you guys what to believe, but what I believe has kept me alive for a long time, because there's times I felt like absolutely giving up, and there's nobody I can thank for being here other than Him. And it's ridiculous because there's certain times I look back at the past and I'm like, man, I had it so much better back then. But now I look at the now, and I really think that even though there's a lot of crappy stuff going on around me, that there's a focus for my life, and that my life is finally taking a direction. It might take me a while to really get going on that direction, but I think that I finally figured it out, and I'm pretty happy about that. So, yeah, I didn't talk in detail about everything, but I talked about some things. I guess it's going to take a while for me to be really open about this, because I'm so afraid people are going to hate me for how I believe, and I don't know, I really don't want that, because I really, you know, love the people that have taken the time to subscribe to me and to watch my videos. I don't know. I think you guys are awesome that you decided to put up with me. Cat is digging his claws in the side of the bed again. He needs a scratching post. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go. You guys have a good night, okay? Alright, bye.